It was supposed to be the fairy tale ending. After years of heartbreak, growth, self-discovery, and finally finding peace, Selena Gomez stood on the cusp of forever with someone who truly understood her, music producer Benny Blanco. The world had watched her journey, cheered her on, celebrated her wins, and empathized with her losses. But just when the curtains were set to rise on her happily ever after, a familiar shadow reemerged. In a twist so unbelievable it feels like a movie plot, Selena has come forward with startling claims. Justin Bieber, her ex-boyfriend and global pop icon, allegedly tried to sabotage her wedding. And no, this isn't a vague whisper on the internet. These are Selena's own words, publicly shared, raw with emotion. What happened? Why now? And most importantly, what does this reveal about fame, love, and moving on? Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. If you followed Selena's journey, you know this moment was a long time coming. After years of highly publicized breakups, health challenges, and a relentless media spotlight, she had finally found something solid with Benny Blanco. Their relationship, which started quietly, blossomed in the background of red carpets and Instagram stories, growing from a friendship built on shared creativity and mutual respect. Fans adored them together. Benny wasn't just a rebound. He was the real deal. Thoughtful, low-key, supportive. He made her laugh, made her feel safe. In interviews, her smile hinted at something deeper, something lasting. Her inner circle noticed the change too. Selena was glowing. She was in love, and it showed. And then came the proposal. Romantic. Personal. No PR stunts or viral moments, just a heartfelt yes whispered in private. Wedding plans started shortly after. Not a royal-level extravaganza, but intimate and meaningful, surrounded by people who truly cared. Everything was falling into place. Until, suddenly, it wasn't. It began innocently enough. A text, then a call. Then a mutual friend casually mentioned that Justin had been asking questions. Just curious, they said. But curiosity soon became something else. Selena brushed it off at first, old flames flicker, that's all. But the messages kept coming. Some passive-aggressive, some oddly nostalgic. He asked if she was sure about Benny. Sent old photos. Lyrics. One night, she received a voice memo from an unknown number. It was a song, unfinished, raw, and painfully familiar. It was about her. Was it jealousy? Regret? Some twisted need for closure? No one knew. Selena, always the peacemaker, tried to stay above it. She didn't want drama. But what do you do when the person you've spent years trying to move on from starts showing up in the cracks of your new beginning? The morning of her wedding was supposed to be magical. Friends buzzing around, makeup artists blending away nerves, the air thick with anticipation. Selena was calm, composed, glowing. But behind the scenes, something else was brewing. An anonymous source close to the bridal party revealed that around noon, chaos erupted. A phone call came through, urgent, panicked. A tabloid had been tipped off with intimate details of the ceremony. Photos leaked. Security was breached. Suddenly, private moments weren't so private anymore. Even worse? Rumors began swirling that someone from Justin's camp had been the source. Selena, shaken but determined, pressed on. But the tipping point came during the reception. A member of the DJ team accidentally played a slowed-down version of Sorry during the couple's first dance. A mistake? Maybe. But the timing? Unforgivable. For weeks, Selena stayed silent. She's always been poised, strategic. But fans noticed the shift. Social media grew quiet. Her usually bubbly interviews turned distant. Then came the bombshell. In an Instagram live, eyes filled with emotion, she finally said the words no one expected. Someone I once loved tried to ruin the happiest day of my life. She didn't name him directly, but the clues were unmistakable. And then, days later, she confirmed it. A statement through her rep, a few choice words in a podcast interview, a cryptic story post. All roads pointed to Justin. What followed was a tidal wave. Fans rallied behind her. Old interviews were reanalyzed. Past lyrics reinterpreted. The timeline of events dissected. And slowly, a narrative emerged. Justin hadn't truly let go. Maybe he never had. Justin sighed, Silence or strategy? At first, Bieber's team stayed quiet. No denials, no comments, just silence. But that silence spoke volumes. Speculation mounted. Was this a PR move gone wrong? A last-ditch emotional gambit? Or something more personal, more unprocessed? Eventually, a vague statement emerged. We wish Selena nothing but happiness. Cold, corporate, detached. For many, it only confirmed what they feared, that he didn't take responsibility, that maybe he did mean to disrupt. Or worse, that he thought it was romantic. But is it fair to demonize him completely? Let's not forget breakups are rarely clean. Feelings linger. Closure is messy. Still, there's a line. And according to Selena, that line was crossed. Let's zoom out for a second. Forget the celeb drama. This story taps into something universal. Why do some exes try to sabotage our happiness after they're gone? Experts say it boils down to unresolved emotions, jealousy, regret, control. Sometimes, it's not about wanting you back, but not wanting anyone else to have you. We've all known a Justin, that person who resurfaces right when we've moved on. Who texts, just checking in the week of our new relationship anniversary. Who sends a meme at 2 a.m. for no reason. It's not always malicious, but it's rarely innocent. Selena's story, though extraordinary in its scale, is painfully relatable in its essence. It's the ex who couldn't let go. The old wound that reopens. The past trying to reclaim a future it no longer belongs to. Despite the drama, Selena has remained a class act. She didn't lash out. She didn't drag Justin through the mud. Instead, she channeled her pain into her art. Sources say her next album will be her most vulnerable yet, with tracks that explore betrayal, healing, and self-worth. Her fans, fiercely loyal, have rallied like never before. #Justice for Selena trended for days. Celeb friends posted their support. Even Benny, usually reserved, shared a heartfelt photo captioned, "She deserves peace. She'll have it." And maybe that's the silver lining. Sometimes the storm clears the path. Sometimes the drama reminds us of how far we've come. For Selena, this wedding wasn't ruined. It was interrupted but not defeated. There's a lesson here that transcends celebrity. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love. Selena could have ignored it, pretended it didn't happen. But she didn't. She spoke up. She drew the line. And in doing so, she gave others permission to do the same. In the age of digital permanence, when our past is always one scroll away, choosing to protect your peace is revolutionary. Selena didn't just stand up to an ex. She stood up for herself, for her joy, for her future. Still curious? Here's what you might be wondering next. Will Justin respond more directly? What will Benny say in his next interview? Will Selena's next album drop hints about what really went down? And what does this mean for the fans who still dream of Selena making a comeback? These questions keep us invested, not just because of celebrity curiosity, but because their story mirrors our own. The love we lost, the endings we didn't choose, the resilience we discover. This isn't just a story about a wedding gone wrong. It's about reclaiming your narrative when someone tries to rewrite it. About choosing growth over chaos. About protecting your joy even when the world is watching. So the next time an ex shows up uninvited, whether at your literal wedding or metaphorical one, ask yourself, do they deserve a seat at the table of your future? Sparkle's Speed Balloon, now it's your turn. What do you think about this drama? Have you ever had an ex try to sabotage your happiness? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk love, boundaries, and what it really means to move on.